It's Mary T again in another beautiful area near where I live. It's called the Long Key Nature Center. It's a county park on a site that is archaeologically significant. And as you can see behind me, we've got some massive live oak trees that have been here for centuries. I'll be glad to give you some more information about them. And yes, what does this one need? Being out in the middle of nature, for sure, always. So thanks for coming along with me. And I'll tell you more about the archaeological significance. See you soon. Okay, this has got to be one of the largest live oak trees I've ever seen. And that's probably an offspring there. And there in the middle is one of those strangler figs, or just a banyan. And on the branches, massive branches, are what we call resurrection ferns, that when they are wet will resume the green, lovely life. But live oaks are amazing, and this one is carrying in its, oh yeah, it's definitely a strangler fig. I can see that from the base. But this live oak is so large, I don't believe the strangler fig is going to succeed in killing it. Okay, we're on the boardwalk of Long Key. As I was mentioning, some of the archaeological significance that we're talking maybe 15,000 years ago. Sand was blown onto this area that had been surrounded by water. So they actually became islands. Not tree islands like most of the eastern Everglades, where plants might congregate and then draw in more sediment as well as animals and plants. But this one actually had been, about 3,000 years ago, surrounded by water. So a nice train of islands on which there were not only Tequesta, Native Americans, but later Seminole. And of course, how can we not stop to appreciate lilypads? I don't see too many lilies right now, but we definitely have similar to the area of Loxahatchee, where you have some dried up plants. Not sure if they're willows, but I'm going to call them willows. We'll go to the southern end is the park, the trees and where the boardwalk will pass. And there we go. We definitely have some lilies. And as we've often said in the past, these lilies I consider to be stars that have come down to rest for the evening and prepare for their summit again to the heavens. So we have some grasses. And of course, whenever I see anything that reminds me of a heart, such as this vine, I must stop to appreciate. We do have dragonflies flitting about. And it's always, what does this one need? And today, I need to be in the sunshine, but not without head covering, to be where green and growing things are. And of course, clouds. Okay, it's purple, so definitely going to catch my eye. I've seen some others a little darker purple and almost aubergine, if that's a feature of the age of the berries. As you can see just above, we've got some that are definitely darker. But the way they catch the sunlight is just fantastic. Let's enjoy that for a moment. And there's a vine that's definitely going to catch my eye with the variegated coloration on the leaves. Hanging from this very large tree that I have a strangler fig behind me that has engulfed a palm tree, which is still alive. But you can see that same vine is on several of the trees. It's almost as if it's a philodendron. Oh yeah, that's it. That's those big elephant ear philodendrons. I'll take a moment and listen to the leaves falling from the trees, bouncing off other vegetation as they make it to the ground. Unless I'm hearing a woodpecker. I gotta check. Something else that caught my eye, as well as the attention of the bees here. Let's say pale purplish, maybe pale, barely lilac plant that is definitely asking for the bees to come tickle their frills. A lot of bees. And again, not interested in me, but definitely this lovely plant. Just walking along, looking at the leaves that have fallen on the sidewalk and thinking, yes, jet path for the airplane. Thinking about how even the leaves that fall from the trees serve as fertilizer. So everything that I have left behind, moved past in the past 2 years, have served as fertilizer for my growth and my self-compassion. And then I came across this lovely example of, looks like a philodendron, maybe, and how it has been almost turned into lace. Not sure how. Maybe there's a creature that has enjoyed it. But that lace is something else. I had to share that with you. This bit of purple may be very difficult to focus on because the camera wants to go to the distance. But these are very, very small. But purple. Stopped me in my tracks. Remember the last time I was here, I guess I've seen it. It was Garden of Remembrance, place for reflection. And there are, of course, the peace dove. And organizations or individuals, more of our shells from the past. And it's the Victims' Rights Coalition. So each of them have been dedicated for potential family members who were victims of violence. Dedicated by people who want to remember those who had been violated and destroyed by violence. They wanted to use this as a place of tranquility. It's quite lovely in this garden of Long Key. It's of course sad. Survivors of violence, sexual violence, violence in families, violence in the community. It's also been very interesting to, as I'm walking, I keep getting the strongest scent of cannabis. There's none growing out here, but it's definitely in the air. For some reason. Let me see if I can hold that still. Yeah, turtles make me smile. Again, thank you so much for enjoying Long Key Nature Center with me. Why not finish with Some of my favorite things, right? The blue reflected sky with the clouds on the water. Feeling the breeze on my face. Watching it move the plants. So thanks again for letting me share what this one needs.